quite honestly, in 3 years with our previous firm, like not to badmouth them, but we, what we've experienced in the last month is greater than probably what we've experienced in I suppose it was 3 years of working with the previous firm that we worked with. So no, I've been very happy as far as the results are concerned. We had a previous marketing firm that we had worked with, and I used to kind of joke and tell my friends that I was cool online, and I was happy with how we looked, but the end result of being able to convert to qualified leads just wasn't there. And yeah, it was we were just simply weren't generating qualified introductory calls, which is kind of the only metric that I necessarily care about as it relates to a marketing tool is it being productive. Even if our metrics are saying, hey, you're good, great, and fantastic online, well, the metric of qualified intro calls is telling me something different. So that's kind of where we were before we engaged with Wilnau. The biggest change is the main metric I care about, which is qualified intro calls. In our previous site, we would get intro calls scheduled from our website every now and again, but they largely were not qualified. And I think we've done a better job of helping people that land on our site to identify if they're a good fit, and then screening out leads that were not qualified. So not only are we getting introductory calls, but what we've experienced so far has been qualified introductory calls, which is great. Like just having an intro call, and if you already know that it's non-qualified, now you're just wasting time, which is, I always think in marketing is the most expensive part of the whole thing is time, right? So if we can, again, just be spending time with qualified prospects, then that's time well spent, right? But if we don't have a good screening process on the front end, then no matter how much you're spending on all of your marketing efforts and dollar cost, you'll erase all of it by wasting a ton of time, in my opinion, on non-qualified leads. In marketing, I've kind of long thought that I think everyone's often trying to seek the silver bullet. And I think I was listening to someone else one time, and they were talking about the silver bullet in marketing is not a silver bullet, it's the pursuit of the silver bullet. And so sometimes I think you can get distracted when you say, hey, we need to focus everything on this or everything on this or everything on this, but really oftentimes it's the combination of all of these things kind of working in conjunction. And I've been really happy with that between our email marketing stuff and our SEO and our direct search, and yeah, all of those things to drive the results that we've gotten. Historically, we've not gotten a ton of qualified Google search, but like in the last month here, we've gotten four qualified introductory calls, and I want to say 3 of them, at least maybe all 4, were from Google search, which is a combination of all of our efforts working together. People land on our site and being able to kind of self-select in that, hey, this is the firm that works with people like me, and then take the initiative to use our Calendly link to schedule an introductory call. Anyway, I've been really happy with that. I've really enjoyed working with the Wilnau Design team. Just very responsive, very proactive, always communicate what's going on. When you're in any sort of project, service or just kind of service in general, it's just good to have a finger on the pulse of what's going on when you're hiring someone to do any kind of service for you. Your hope is that I want to be involved in strategic decisions, but I don't want to be the one that's pulling the trigger on things. And so when we make strategic changes and strategic decisions, I want to make sure that those are getting implemented, and I want to know what's going on after we make those decisions. And I've been really happy with the Wilnau Design team for just keeping us up to date with what's going on. And then during our check-in calls, being primed to look at data through a strategic lens and be able to make sense of hey, what levers should we pull to make tweaks, if any. I would recommend Wilnau Design to other firms. I think they do a really good job of there's a lot of advisor marketing firms out there, and I think the Wilnau Design team does a really good job of just understanding the marketing process for advisors and understanding it from a prospect's end as well, so that they can drive results. Again, I'm very analytical, so I like to be able to see, like, hey, if this, then this, and they see eye to eye with me on that. There's leading indicators that there's leading indicators that help drive end results, and being able to tweak those things very specifically, I've been very happy with.